Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Keep your questions coming in there. Awesome. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. You can also call or text me, 949-415-6256. So let's get into this one real quick. It's an employment question about a study coordinator. And actually it's a tricky subject. Every state is different. It's in regards to employment laws. And by all means, this does not just apply to clinical research, but let me just read you the question because it's a common occurrence that I've seen happen at a lot of my clinics, a lot of my consulting clinics that I consult with. So let me just get into it. Hey Dan, I have a couple of questions. Here's a little story. My wife was sent to an investigator meeting by her PI, her boss. The meeting was held in Texas. She was gone for 3 days. Her boss is only paying her for 24 hours. That's 8 hours per day at $19 an hour. I have a big problem because what about the other 48 hours away from home? I tell her she can make the same working somewhere else and doesn't have to fly and be away from home. So they're paying for 24 hours at 8 hours per day. And there's a reason for that. If you go over 8 hours a day in any workday, according to California employment law, and that's where you are, California, you have to pay overtime, which is time and a half. Now, you could be a salaried employee as long as you're making, and I just researched this, but by all means, if you're in this situation, get legal advice. I am no attorney. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. All right, but if you are a salaried employee, you've got to make at least 2 times minimum wage, all right, which I believe is like $10 now. So you got to make like $20 an hour, and then you're still not exempt from hours. So CRAs, when they fly, they get paid time and a half when they travel because they're working more than 8 hours in a day. Travel is part of the work. So technically, your PI is not in compliance with state law, although, and again, check with your local state regulations. There are ways around this if you hire someone as an independent contractor, but it has to be legit and they can't have like a regular scheduled hours that they come in. So like an independent contractor would be someone like a consultant who has variable hours and is paid for by a project, really, not really hours. So there truly is no way around this. I would bring it up with the PI and just say, look, I know monitors get paid time and a half when they travel. I believe we should get paid that as well. And I know the struggle being a research clinic site owner myself. Oftentimes, you can't afford to pay someone while they travel. Maybe it's one of those things we need to negotiate in our budget. In fact, in my Clinical Trials Guru LinkedIn Leaders group, the Clinical Trial Guru Leaders, someone suggested that, and in fact, they recommended because they do it. They negotiate in the budgets compensation for investigator meetings for all staff except the principal investigators. Usually PIs, if they're not the owners of the research clinic, they get paid a percentage of the study budget. So someone like a study coordinator obviously does not fall into that category. The site would have to pay them not only for the time that they're there, but the travel time, which is time and a half, because it's technically overtime when you're traveling, and they should be reimbursed by the sponsors for this. So I'd bring it up with your PI, and better yet, tell your PI to watch this video, and if he needs to hire me and my consulting firm to negotiate better budgets for him, we can do that, okay? So Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com, but I know we can add these things into the budget to get reimbursed for investigator meetings for everyone except the PI, okay? Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Take care.